Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 3. We are learning Unit 11. Its title is Taking Care of Plants. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it. You may follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. So my dear students, we are going to complete reading and understanding and comprehension of this unit. Before this, I have taught you different type of questions. There are different type of question words like who, whose, which, where. And we have also discussed how to use these words. So beta, we are going to learn further to apply strategies to comprehend questions for tenses in a variety of the following question types: factual, personal response, interpretive. Now, my dear children, what this SLO is telling us, you have to comprehend the question. So I have taught you there are different question words, their function is different. So we'll find out which question demands what. We'll find out the tense of the question and we'll find out the type of question. Either it's about a fact or it is talking about our own opinion or it is talking about explanation of a topic. This is our today's SLO. Let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran Surah An-Nahl verse 11, He causes to grow for you thereby the crops, olives, palm trees, grapevines, and of all the fruits. Indeed, in that is a sign for a people who give thought. Yes, my dear children, as we talked about this verse yesterday, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us, have you ever thought that from the same land you can grow crops, olives, trees, grapevines, and they all are different. So who is making them like that? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So beta, Allah is saying these are signs. So for everything what Allah has created, we should be thankful to Allah and we should think about that Allah has created it in such a different way, subhanallah. Right? So my dear children, we talked about this unit yesterday. So you tell me, who is in charge of the botanical garden? So we were talking about botanical garden yesterday. Who is in charge of that garden and what are Hamna's duties as a member of Green Club? So first, before you answer this question, I would like you, how do we analyze the question? Who? I told you the function of who. It means this who is telling us we have to tell about the person, right? What? So we have to tell about duties. This is how we analyze by looking at the question words. Is in this question and are in this question is telling us the tense. Which tense we are talking? Yes, it's present tense. So better to answer this question, you have to answer in the same tense, right? Present tense question should be answered in present tense, right? So pause the video, answer these questions and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. Now, let's start reading the rest of the text from here. From this point, all of you open your book on page number 89. From this point, there was a dialogue. Remember, Mr. Rafiq, the in charge of the botanical garden, and Hamna, they're talking. And it's a dialogue. Let's see what Hamna is going to talk about now. Hamna, may I ask a few questions? Mr. Rafiq, of course, Hamna. Hamna, can you tell me what plants should we grow outside? Mr. Rafiq, outdoor plants or trees should be woody and shady. Shady trees and plants have more cooling effects. So you see, better now when we look at this question, can you tell me now, she wants, this is interpretive type of question means she needs a detailed answer for this question. Okay, so and Mr. Rafiq is telling a detailed answer. First, what type of plants? So what type of plants it should be? The plants which we should grow outside are woody and shady. One thing, this is the answer of what type. And why we should do it, this is telling us because it has more cooling effect. So this is how we analyze a question. What type of question and what does it demand from us? All right. Hamna, what type of plants should we grow in our house? Mr. Rafiq, we should grow ornamental plants, means plants for decoration, ornamental plants in our houses. I would suggest kitchen gardening too. Hamna, yes, Mr. Rafiq, I have a kitchen garden in my house. Mr. Rafiq, kitchen gardening is a very beneficial thing. We can get fresh vegetables and fruits from it. So over here, I would like to pause for a moment and you tell me, what is kitchen gardening? Beta, basically the things which we need in kitchen, in routine, to meet that need, there are few things which we can grow in small plants. For example, there can be a tomato plant because it's a small size plant, a green chili plant, maybe there are different little plants which we can grow, and that is called kitchen gardening. What you can do, you can grow them in plant pots, and even if you have beside your kitchen you have some area, so we need little space to grow such type of things, right? And that is called kitchen gardening. Hamna, how can we protect plants? Now this how is telling us she wants to know the ways. What are the ways? This is how we find out. How can we protect? Once again, it's an interpretive question, so it needs a detailed answer. What type of things we can do? Mr. Rafiq, there are a few important points you need to know, right? Now he's answering in detail, and what those points are: number one, water plants thoroughly. Cover plants with a row cover to provide shade. Water your plants in the early morning so the water does not evaporate. Build a chicken wire, chicken wire to protect you. Chicken wire or wood fence to keep small animals out. Means you should make a boundary for your plants so that your animals don't attack on your plants. Place a garlic clove in the soil of potted house plants to repel bugs. You see, he is giving a tip. Garlic clove, when you place it in plant pot, the bugs stay away from your plants. Make floral beds for flowers and small plants. Hamna. So these are the tips he has given. Now Hamna says, thank you, Mr. Rafiq. I will keep these points in my mind. Plants are our necessity. Necessity, what does it mean? Without which we cannot survive. How plants are our necessity, do you know? Because we take oxygen from plants to breathe. Okay, so that's why plants are our necessity. It is the source of oxygen and we can use them for many things. All natural resources are a blessing for us. We should appreciate and take care of them. Right? Now you tell me, can you explain what a botanical garden is? Have you ever visited a botanical garden? So both the questions are about botanical garden. We did not talk about it. That's why let me show you. Before this activity, I will show you botanical garden. So this is how a botanical garden look like. Okay, botanical garden is it is typically plant garden where you can grow different species of plant, where you can protect the special species, and you can grow plants which are usually not in your region. So you can bring the plants, you can make the environment favorable for those plants, and you can grow those plants as well. That is called a botanical garden. Okay, so inshallah we'll talk about it in detail. Now it's your turn. First you tell to your teacher what is botanical. So I just told you, now it's your time. Answer these questions to your teacher and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. Now it's time for an activity. What the activity is, teacher will bring a text with comprehension. Students will comprehend the tense and question type, the way I kept on telling you, to answer these questions. Okay, so teachers, for your convenience, I brought a text. You can follow the same model, and if you have your own, you can show that text to students. As question, first ask the student to analyze the question and then answer. Okay, so pause the video, enjoy the activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? So do you know, now you know thoroughly how do we analyze a question? Okay, I'm going to check it. So all of you, there are questions. These are the questions from this chunk of the text we just read. What are Hamna's duty as a member of Green Club? Now this question is asking you about the duty of Hamna. How will you answer it? For such type of question, it's a factual question for which you have to refer back to text, because you cannot think what she might be doing. So when you look at the text, you find it. Being a member of Green Club, her duties are to focus on the plantation and spread awareness about it. These are her duties. Maybe in different green clubs there are different duties, but in this green club, Hamna's duty. So this is how, beta, this what is demanding, we have to tell the answer from the text, right? The next question is, why does Hamna want to visit the botanical garden? Now you have to tell the reason. Why is demanding a reason. And what is a botanical garden? Now this is, what is botanical garden? It is a fact. You cannot make your own assumption, maybe a botanical garden is this or that, because botanical garden do exist. So you have to tell what a botanical garden. So as I told you, this is how you can, if even you have not visited, but you can think what a botanical garden is, how does it look like, why we make botanical. And the second part of this question needs you to answer in detail, describe in 3 to 5 sentences. So you have to write 3 to 5 factual information about botanical garden. This is how, this is not asking, do you like botanical? If the same question I ask you, do you like a botanical garden? It means it's your personal. It becomes a question where you can give your own opinion, right? But this question is saying, what is botanical garden? So this is a factual question which needs detail. This is how you will analyze and you will answer this question. Are you clear? Are you getting it? Good job. So now pause the video, answer these questions orally, then write the answers in your notebook and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with it? Good job. It's time for your homework. You will write answers for pre-reading, while reading, and post-reading. So there are all type of questions in your text. So you will write their answers. Why I want you to write? Because you, while writing, you will analyze these questions as well. And here is a worksheet. My dear fellow teachers, this worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. So what we have learned, we learned to apply strategies to comprehend questions for tenses in a variety of the following question types: factual, personal response, and interpretive. Right, are we done with it? Yes, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning, keep practicing, take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.